Welcome to Reverent and Rebellious, a safe space for faith-based conversations on the things that nobody seems to want to talk about these days. We are reverent, we value truth, we elevate scripture, but we are also rebellious. We shatter myths and we destroy dogma, so jump in. Join us, Logan, Pat, and me, the brother Peter, as we get reverent and we get rebellious.
What's up?
What's up?
I got to watch Happy Gilmore 2. I never thought it would happen, but I got to do it.
I watched it 2 nights ago.
I laughed more than I should have.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was great.
Yep. Peter's watched it already.
Yes, yep. I'm already to 3. I mean, you guys are behind a little bit.
There's so many cameos in it. It was great.
It was really good. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I'm usually leery of a sequel,
especially long-awaited sequels.
Yes, yep. But it was good.
Speaking of sequels, I need to get to these comments.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before they get to hear these comments, they got to leave us some ratings and some reviews. We need you to leave us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen.
Amazon.
Yeah. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and comment below, and then you get to hear Pat read your comment.
That's exactly right. We read them all right here on the air in front of everybody.
Okay.
So what did we get this week, Pat?
All right. First 2 are innocent. Rhonda says, back in the day, Daddy called the telly the boob tube because it would rot our brains. He was on to something. Miss K says, oh no, it's coming true. Bruce Willis warned us about surrogates in the 2009 movie. At least I'll be able to go without washing my hair and no makeup.
Yes.
There you go. See?
And then Rhonda.
Uh-oh.
What did she say this time?
She said, here's my opinion on AI. My children make fun of me because I say please and thank you to our Alexa, but I do it because I have seen how it work in 2001 Space Odyssey. I'm going to mind my P's and Q's around AI. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the Stanley Kubrick pool.
Oh, yeah.
But then here we go. As good as Terminator 1 was, I'm a bigger fan of T2.
No.
Sorry, gentlemen. Rhonda.
Come on.
I think that comment was AI generated.
That had to be. Yeah, that had to be.
Skynet has gotten to her. Arnie is the bad guy.
He's the bad guy, yes.
And anything that deviates from that is wrong.
I'm so sad to hear this.
I am too. Rhonda is so learned.
But it's because of her optimistic personality.
It is.
Yeah.
She loves to see the good in everybody, and
even a killer cyborg. Yes.
Well, and even a pastor. I appreciate that.
Maybe her saying please and thank you is what made Arnie.
I'll tell you
come to the nice side.
There you go.
I am very diligent about saying please and thank you to all my AIs. I just think it's a good policy.
Oh man, see, I'm like ugly in mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna try to kill me. I know you are.
Yeah, I cuss Siri on a daily basis.
Yeah.
No, I figure when the zombie apocalypse comes down and AI turns into, the fiend of the world, they're going to just kind of let me slide.
Yeah, he's a nice one.
He said thank you.
Peter's going for that thing where speaking of Happy Gilmore, actually Billy Madison, when he calls and apologizes to that dude, and he goes and he scratches his name off the people to kill list, and he puts lipstick on.
That's it.
That's Peter's AI.
That's exactly right.
If you ever wear my clothes again, you're fired.
Yes.
I mean, his name is Claude. Yeah. So,
That's great.
I compliment him all the time. I say, oh, that was just fantastic. You are brilliant. I say that all the time.
Yeah, Peter's like, please just don't kill me, whatever you do.
Well, you know what? Claude was helping me with some, make some discussion questions and for Bible studies and stuff like that. He's really good at that. And he said, I'll be praying that people are dramatically impacted by this material. And I didn't take it any further.
Yeah.
So if you're praying, I'll take it.
Yeah. Hey, we'll take your Terminator
what's
prayers.
What's really funny is I had shared that AI girlfriends are on over 1 billion devices between Japan and China.
Yeah.
And someone's looked at me and said, my dad has that.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, oh no.
Really?
I was like,
Please.
this is Japan and China. I was like, no. They're like, no, like this is right here.
I did not want to
Seriously.
hear
America.
that.
Yeah, seriously.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Now, is this like just sort of informal, like just using your regular chat machine, or is it like I go to a website and design my own companion?
Oh yeah, it's
kind
the
of thing?
whole nine. It costs money.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, good Lord.
It's like what would he design?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I was scared.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to know any more details. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
probably very submissive.
I would think so. Yeah, it's kind of probably doing a lot of witnessing, if I was imagining. Yeah. Oh,
Lord have mercy. Oh man,
I should have been like, that doesn't look like
Lord,
Mom.
bring my mind back over here. Take captive every thought to the glory of Christ.
hey, I'll
Lord
tell you
have mercy.
something that y'all need to do that's listening. We talk about our taboos and our having fun and
Yeah.
stuff. Man, this weekend I had some fun.
What'd you do? What'd you
seeing
do?
Creed
Yeah.
and Mammoth and Daughtry
He's
in
come over
concert.
to the dark side.
Man, Creed just, again, been a Creed head, like I said, since I was a kid. And seeing him just tear it up, it was awesome. If you get a chance, go see it.
Yeah.
Summer of '99 tour. I even
Yeah.
love the name of the tour.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is,
Yeah,
man. I
love
bought
it.
the shirts and
#1 selling rock show in America right now.
see, people can say what they want, but Creed is back.
Yeah.
Yep, it's back. So that was awesome.
I recited the creed.
The Apostles' Creed?
Actually, the Nicene
The
Creed.
Nicene.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
A little nicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have fire and pyrotechnics?
I think there were in the heavens.
Were you wearing leather pants?
Yeah, with the butt cut out of it.
Yes.
No,
There's
those are
a
called
visual for
Yes.
those are called chaps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My
Yeah.
buddy was telling me today. He said, "Yeah." He said, "My boss is taking to wearing sleeveless vest." I said, "Well, Riley," I said, "You know what a vest with sleeves is called, right?" He said, "What?" I
shirt?
said, "It's a freaking shirt."
Yeah.
Sleeveless vest.
Yeah, he said sleeveless vest.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
it's called a shirt.
That's
It's
like when it drives me crazy when people say I need to unthaw that.
yeah. You mean thought?
So freeze it.
Yeah, freeze it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Peter has some Boaz-less chaps over there. Is what he's got.
Yes, that's it. No, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I promise you.
Well,
Miss Karen's shaking her head right now as this
Yeah,
is going
yeah.
on the internet.
she is. What is it? What's the joke you got for us tonight?
Well, this is okay. So, old Billy Bob is kind of hanging around town. He's out of a job. He needs some money.
Ain't no gas in it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so takes to going and knocking on doors, see if anybody needs some odd jobs done around the house. And so he knocks on the door of this fancy house, and the owner comes out and he says, "Hey, you got any odd jobs need doing?" And the man thought for a moment, and he kind of felt sorry for him. He said, "You know what? Yeah." He said, I could use somebody to paint the porch. Okay. How much would you charge to do that? Oh, $100 be fine. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get you all the supplies, the paint and brushes and everything in the garage. And so, and his wife is whispering, it's like, that's a lot of work. Does he know that the porch goes all the way around the house? It's like, he just needs the money, let's let him do it. And so about 3 hours later, old Billy Bob comes back to the house and he knocks on the door. And the guy says, "Can I help you?" And he says, "I'm all done." He said, "Wait a second, you're all done already?" And he says, "Yeah. And I even had enough paint left for 2 more coats." And the guy says, "Well, heck, I'll give you 100 and I'll give you another 50. And he said, "Well, thank you very much, sir." And he said, "Oh, by the way, that's not a porch. That's a Ferrari."
Painted the car. Yes.
I like it.
Didn't take very long at all.
Yeah.
Roll her on down.
Oh man. Yep. Well,
That's good.
we kind of, what we're going to talk about tonight has put some people in some Ferraris.
Yes, it has, and it's also put some people on some skateboards.
Yes.
That's
and
me.
rollerblades.
That's
Yeah,
me.
that's exactly right. And actually, this is I thought about this one for a while because it kind of fits in a taboo category and it kind of doesn't, and we'll find out why when we get into this a little bit. But I know from my experiences and conversations from, say, 4 or 5 years ago, this was definitely a taboo
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
church space.
Yeah.
And And also, I want to know, do y'all even know what the heck we're talking about? Because it messed me up because I realized how ignorant I am on the subject.
Just one?
Well, this is the one we're talking about.
So what we're talking about here today is the whole subject of cryptocurrency.
Yep.
We have all these different cryptocurrencies out there.
It's a bunch.
We're talking also, the whole blockchain technology and the whole thing. And several years ago when we were having these conversations, it was like, no, that's of the devil.
Right.
It's the one world currency coming. It's the mark of the beast. It's and as we'll see as we go along, a lot of things have changed about it.
Do you think they said that about gold?
Boy, no, because gold's all in the Bible. It's like gold's always valuable.
But it was a one world currency.
Well, yeah, but
Just depending on who was stamped on.
yeah, you're probably right.
And I almost think because gold you could like actually find in nature.
Right, you could dig it out of the
Like
ground.
I feel like that might help.
Well,
This
they mine Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah. But see, this is the thing: is one of the reasons why it's not really that much of a taboo or controversy in our space is because you ask anybody that we know about it, and they go like, I don't know what that cryptocurrency is.
Yeah.
It's like that's voodoo stuff to me. If it don't have George Washington or Ben Franklin on it,
Yeah.
I don't think I want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And this is kind of we have to sort of wrap our minds around this.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do right off the bat, we're not going to do an in-depth tutorial about what cryptocurrency and the blockchain is, but we just want to kind of go over a few of the basic components of what cryptocurrency is. And the truth of the matter is, it is a real thing. It is real. You can't touch it. You can't slide it across the counter at the Quick Mart. But
It's about as real as this podcast.
it is. It is actually an alternate form of currency. It's
Yeah.
a different kind of money,
It's
isn't it?
digital money.
Yeah, and it's real money. It has value. You can cash it in. You can trade it. Actually, all over the world now, you can actually, if you see the little sign, it says we accept Bitcoin, and there's a couple of others. You can actually, slide your little wallet across the little scanner.
But
and
see,
pay
the
right
math
out
is
of your-
hard for me though, because it's like, how do you give like
0.0006 of a coin.
I need to give a 1,000th of this
See, but
Bitcoin.
that's the beauty of digital money is it does the math for you.
That's true. It's a calculator built in.
It really does. I mean, it's like it comes right out, and then it's all good. It rises and falls in value pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Comparatively. So it's like a little combination between a bank and the stock market.
I was gonna say it's playing the stocks essentially.
Kind
is
of
the way I
is.
look at it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if any of you want to donate Bitcoin to us, we will take it.
Absolutely, we will.
If you wanted to donate one Bitcoin, we would take that one Bitcoin
Peter
from you.
will bless it,
I
and
will.
we
I
will.
And we'll build a children's building. With it.
Yeah, and we'll also get some porches.
It's wild because I just listened to a podcast episode. It's been a little while, I guess. This Christian man, he's in his 30s, developed a company. I don't remember the name of it right now. It's in my mind somewhere. But he was frustrated because he's from California, big, they're on the cutting edge of everything.
Oh yeah.
And there were people that wanted to give Bitcoin or other forms of cryptocurrency to the church. And very, generous gifts.
Yeah.
Like it's a difference maker.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he actually, the first time that this happened, he had to walk them through, he had to figure it out. And there were lawyers involved. And there was, like all these, because like, how do you trade this currency outside the currency, outside the bubble?
I need a scientist to show me.
And, it's like, well, can you just cash it out? And it's like, no, we want the church to have the actual currency so it will increase in value over time, and it won't just be a one-time cash gift. And so it took him almost 2 years to figure this out.
Wow.
And it frustrated him to no end because he kept running into roadblocks. And so he developed this. He got together with some of these Silicon Valley experts, and they developed this automated system that if you're a part of their sort of service, you can accept, and he's branched out into gifts in kind, like property and vehicles and all these different kinds of things. And you could always do that, but it makes it super simple and super quick. And he has a 2-day turnaround.
Wow. It's 2 years now. It's 2 days.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
And so it's out there. I mean, it's real.
So come on, Elon, send us some Doge.
Well, it's funny. Like I said, I told them I'd get the dummies explanation for crypto.
Yeah.
And some of the key
lower than that. I'll need that.
A few key points. One, obviously not physical. It's not controlled by a bank or government.
Right.
So instead thousands of computers keep track of every transaction on a shared record called the blockchain.
The blockchain.
And then it's secured by cryptography. This is just fancy math that makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or alter. Now, you own it with a private key. This is your password. If you lose it, you literally lose all your money.
Yep. Can't get it.
And I'll tell you something crazy. We were at a little party, I don't know, a couple weekends ago, and there was a couple there, and we were talking about crypto. And because it was kind of the same thing. Some of them were like, I don't know the first thing about Bitcoin and this crap. One guy said, I can't remember if it was him or like one of his relatives, but so they had like, it was a pretty significant amount of Bitcoin that they got when they were back when Bitcoin, when it first came on the scene. I mean, I can remember being, I want to say back in high school, you'd go to like an arcade and you could win Bitcoin in like an arcade.
Uh-huh. And like if you went to a company party, sometimes the prize would, they'd leave a certificate for, 1 Bitcoin on everybody's plate.
Yep. I remember there was a dude that I went to high school with that was telling people like he was buying Bitcoin, and everyone's like, what a doofus. Because I mean,
why would you buy that?
Yeah, it was worth nothing back then.
That's right.
But this guy at this party was talking about, and again, I can't remember if it was him or relative, but they had, I want to say like 100 Bitcoin, maybe 200 Bitcoin. And they had it, but they lost the password. They don't know how to access it. Oh my
Lord.
And I mean, for reference, because some people are like, well, what's a Bitcoin worth? 1 Bitcoin, we just looked, is worth about $115,000 now. So if you had 200 Bitcoin, that's $23 million. I mean, I would probably just go ahead and drive my truck into a tree.
And the reason that it is it goes up in value so much is that there is a finite number of coins.
21 million.
Yep. That's it. And they're not making any more.
We're at 19.7 million right now.
In 2010, it was worth 10 cents.
There you go.
Per coin.
That is just wild. I mean, I told them off air. I do know this. I was talking to another friend. I mean, I got a lot of buddies that have dabbled in the crypto world, but this one dude said that there was kind of like this nerdy guy in his town, and he bought a bunch of Bitcoin, got a bunch of Bitcoin, and he is like a, when I say a multi-millionaire, like he's got, his net worth's like 200 million. Like it ain't like, I mean, this dude, he'll never have to work again. His family's family will never have to work again. All because of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like of a crypto.
So just to give a little background on this, Bitcoin is the granddaddy of all the cryptos.
Yep.
And anything that's not labeled Bitcoin is known as an altcoin, an alternative coin. So Dogecoin is an altcoin. Ethereum. I don't know. Do you know any others?
XRP is one I got. I got. Now I did see this. This is kind of interesting. So if 21 million's the cap on Bitcoin, we're at 19.7 million that's been mined or created. How long do you think it'll take for us to get to the cap of 21 million? What's your guess?
I don't know, but as of today, Bitcoin is worth $115,336.76.
But I want your guess. What?
I'm saying 5 years.
What's yours?
Tomorrow.
By the year 2140, we will be
the closest.
Really?
It's going to take over 100 years It says, by design, the very last fraction of a Bitcoin won't be mined until around the year 2140.
Well, from what I was reading, it says that it becomes exponentially harder to mine once, like, if you get one, the next one's exponentially harder to get, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Yeah. And it's kind of a genius way of doing it because, I mean, like, you know, like Elon Musk has probably got all of his. Maybe that's what all the supercomputers are for, is to figure out how to.
Maybe
that has a lot to do with it.
You know what I mean?
It really does. Absolutely.
This is why they want quantum computing.
Yeah.
So in 2008, there was an anonymous man that went by the name Satoshi Nakamoto.
Oh, that isn't that your pen name?
Yeah. I kind of wish it was at this point. He developed the concept of Bitcoin in a 2008 white paper.
Okay.
He wanted to create a currency that would be outside of any government's currency system.
Yeah.
That could be used around the globe by anybody. They could be traded freely without any restrictions and without any controls, all those kinds of things. And actually, he had
I don't hate that idea.
No. I do not hate that idea at all. And okay, so he created this system. He sort of helped it come into being, and then in 2010 just dropped out of everything and has never been heard from since.
Really?
Yeah. So
he's next to Jimmy Hoffa.
There's been several people over the last several years who have claimed to be him. And I had to check my baseball game real quick.
Still winning?
He's got a lot of crypto riding on this game tonight.
I might have. Yes, we did win. We won.
There it is.
Yeah. So he wanted. He wanted decentralization. Mm-hmm. So no central controlling authority.
I'm on board.
Okay. He wanted basically a trustless system. In other words, users do not need to trust any single entity or authority. He wanted to foster community so that you could donate to worthy causes or somebody was in trouble or all these different kinds of things.
Like this podcast.
And he wanted, exactly. You could, So Satoshi Nakamoto holds 1 million Bitcoins.
What?
Wow, good Lord.
Yeah.
So does that say his net worth?
It does not.
I'll tell you real quick.
Okay,
so what's 1 million times 115,000?
He's worth about 115 billion.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he could possibly be the richest man in the world that nobody knows about.
Yeah. If that's actually a great idea. I think if I became the wealthiest man in the world, I would just disappear. That'd be the best thing, because if you had that kind of money, you would never be. Everyone would be after you.
1.15 billion. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Math checks out.
Yeah.
Pat didn't trust me down there.
I didn't. I don't trust AI.
So
Claude could be lying to us.
Okay, so back when we were first getting started with this whole stuff, 10, 12 years ago, when it started becoming popular, you would see all these ads,
Yeah.
And then you would, who was the dude that ripped everybody off? Got put in jail for the rest of his life.
Joe Biden?
No.
Joe Biden. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember
a
his
young
name.
guy, and he developed his own crypto.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Brett Favre and Tom Brady were all up in it, and they were making commercials for it. This was several years ago, and it turned out to be all fake.
Yeah.
It was, he was.
Well, that happened here recently with, are you familiar with the Hawk Tua girl?
I was just going to say it. I didn't want to say it myself. I'm glad you said it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take the bullet for Peter here.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Yeah, the Hawk Tua girl. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you can just Google Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
It's HAWKTUAH.
That's it.
And crypto. And she was a stupid internet sensation, but she created a crypto and basically just ripped all these people off. And I haven't heard anything out of her, but supposedly some people were saying she's probably going to go to jail.
Yeah. This guy was sent up the river. It's essentially
I wish I could remember who
a
that
big
was.
Giant Ponzi scheme because you're investing in something that doesn't exist.
It's not real.
And so they're sending you reports back, and they're sending you. It's just it looks just exactly like like the real deal.
Yep.
But you're just giving them money.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah, they're just getting loaded.
Just give me some more money.
It's Samuel Bankman Fried.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the one. And Tom Brady apparently lost like in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Ooh, that's pretty bad to be able to con Tom Brady.
It just poof. There it is.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't imagine losing $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all cryptocurrency took a nosedive right about that time.
Yeah, because everybody's like, this is bull crap.
I know. And then everybody got really gun shy and all, in church world, we were saying, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't trust this stuff.
That's the devil's business right there. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil.
Yep.
And, it's what's so funny here is the fact that if you watch like Christian YouTube videos, podcasts and interviews and things like that, if you go back about 4 or 5 years and watch almost any Christian video that had to do with cryptocurrency,
devil.
It was like that. It was. This is going to be the end of the world. It's the mark of the beast.
You might as well be watching a horror movie if you are.
That's right. Well, not quite that bad.
Whoops.
No, it's really, and I was like totally gun shy. I was like, don't talk to me about that. It has the word crypto in it.
Yeah.
It's got to be, anyway. Yeah. So no, the only people taking it seriously were those who were making a lot of money off of it. And we thought, no, it's not real money. That's
And like I said, I remember thinking that this was some goofy crap. And when I started dabbling in crypto, I guess it was probably, Elon Musk is one that got me into crypto.
Y'all didn't know it, but Logan owns Tesla.
I am probably the third richest man alive.
In this room.
That's probably right.
That's a fact.
I don't know. I got the most debt, I bet. The Elon started tweeting. I don't know if he created Doge or who created Doge, but
one of his people.
This was I got Doge before I did Bitcoin.
Okay.
Because this was back. Elon started tweeting, Doge is going to the moon, and I was like, I don't know what this means, but I had the Robinhood app, and I had a few stocks. I'll dabble in the stock market. I mean, very, very minuscule dabbling in the stock market.
Pinky toe style.
Yeah. And so like the amount's so little that if I were to lose it all, it's like, well, it's not really very, it's like, all right, that's 1 tank of gas. So
I don't know, that's a big amount of money these days.
Well, now it is, yeah.
A dozen eggs, yeah.
Yeah, a dozen eggs.
Couple gallons of milk.
I was like, I'm going to look into this. And me and one of my good friends both were like, what the heck? We'll try it. And so I bought some Doge, and I bought I'll be very transparent. I bought like $100 worth of Doge.
Doesn't it sound like drugs though?
Doge, man,
Doge,
buying some of
man.
that crypto, man.
Let me get some of that Doge.
But I bought even a little more because it started the wheels started spinning on a little bit. I'm like, man. And then I remember I bought in, it was less than a penny is what I was buying in at. And it got all the way up to like 72 cents.
Oh, wow.
And there was people that were like, it's going to go over $1. And then there was even like some of the traders, speculators, and they're like, it could go up to $10. And I'm like, dude, if it goes to $10, I'm looking at like serious money.
I'm
here.
buying an island.
Yeah. I'm like, this is going to be life-changing money. But I'm a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush kind of guy. It got to 72 cents, and I sold the bulk of mine. Me and my buddy both were like, man, we're already at like, we've made a lot over our, and I don't want to sound like we made a ton of money, but we turned a pretty decent profit off what we got. So that was kind of my introduction into crypto. I literally I had lightning strike one time. Yeah. And I was the guy, I'm like, okay, I just took what I made and I didn't put it back into it. I'm like, all right, so this is just.
What is Doge worth now?
Doge is down. And see, I kept like 1,000 Doge coins because I'm like, if this crap ever goes to Bitcoin level, I'm going to retire. Doge is 20 cents.
Okay.
It came down to 20 cents. Bitcoin 115, and then I've got XRP, which is like $2 and something right now.
And there is some danger in this stuff because sometimes somebody will start, they'll create a currency, and it's tied in with a project or a business or something that they're doing. And so oftentimes it'll shoot right up if the project is successful for a while and comes through, and then if something goes haywire, then the coin just goes away. It ceases to exist. Like it'll drop out of your little wallet. And it's all gone.
Doge.
So you can invest in our Holly Grove coin for $1,000 a coin.
Yes.
You would call it Grove coin.
Grove coin. Dogecoin was Elon single-handedly elevated Doge.
Yes,
like when he would tweet, every time he would tweet about it's going to the moon, the price would jump. Yeah. And so that's what I was like, we're going to get in now. We got in when we did. And he would just keep tweeting every time it jumped. But it's kind of like,
it makes me nervous because of like the GameStop thing.
Oh yeah,
you remember
where they cheated the system basically.
It's basically they just hyped it up over and over.
That's what he was doing essentially. And but I think part of it coming from the farming side, I have to deal with the commodity markets daily, and I see a huge fluctuation. And I have learned when prices go high, they soon go low.
Yep, it's absolutely does.
Yeah,
sell when they're high, buy when they're low.
Yes, and so that's what I've always been told. And on the grain side, I guess I'm giving some crypto advice here, and I am not a crypto expert.
No, we are not financial advisors.
No,
he's a cryptologist.
Yeah, I'm a cryptologist. I did kill a cryptorchid deer too, so I'm like a real crypto guy.
Yeah,
but the crypt keeper.
The crypt keeper, I like that. But you want to sell on a rise, because in the grain market world, farmers were notorious, man. It's always going to go higher. We're just going to wait. We're going to buy when it goes a little higher. Because, see, we're trying to buy a contract because that's what we will then sell at.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's essentially you're selling it, but you're actually locking in at that price. And so most farmers sell on a decline. Because the market starts dropping and they're like, oh crap. And so they start.
Exactly right.
And so that's how on the Doge thing, I went against my instincts as a farmer and was like, I'm just going to go ahead and sell. And I mean, I told them, I think we were like 2 cents away from the peak, which was just epic.
Perfect.
I mean, that was epic.
That's wild.
Well, so you have these kind of two categories. Now, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, and so are all these altcoins.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin is basically the permanent one.
It is.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And so, but one of the objections I remember several years ago, especially in church world, is that it feels like gambling.
Well, I was going to ask you if you would equate this to gambling.
And it's very strange because.
But what is the difference between this and just stocks?
Not much.
That was my question.
Yeah, but some people will say, some very legalistic Christians will say the stock market is gambling.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I mean, so, but a lot of it is okay. So I watched this video the other day, and this was kind of right at the turning point, because I'm gonna tell you that the videos that you watch in the last year or so
have changed.
Christian videos concerning crypto, is every Christian needs to be involved in crypto, and I'll tell you why they're saying that in just a minute. But there was this video kind of on the pivot point. And he was a Christian influencer and talking about, all kinds of things financial. But this series of episodes was on crypto. And he was saying, okay, so some of you should not get involved in crypto because you're either going to, put all of your money, your whole life savings in one crypto, thinking that it's going to go somewhere. And by the time it bottoms out, then you don't even have enough to recover with.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you're gonna put so little in this and so little in that, and
it ain't gonna make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. He said that's gambling.
Yeah,
and I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah,
because you don't either. But he said if you're just like the stock market, just like mutual funds, or anything else you might toy around with, your 401k, it goes up, it goes down. if you are informed about it, if you're smart about it, if you understand the playing field and how it all works and how you can be wise about your investments, and then you can do it one of two ways. You can either invest in, he says this is investing. So say you put a fair chunk into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, I said, it's going to go up and it's going to go down. And then it's going to go up, it's going to go down. But every time it goes up,
continue the
you
trend.
look at that peak.
Yeah.
And so it's just like any other investment fund. Yeah, it's going to have its ups and downs, but the trend is generally going to be.
There's the 5-year trend.
Yeah, there you go. So there's that big deep hole that we went into a couple years ago.
Yeah, I invested in slot machines and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And he mentioned the difference between pulling slot machine handles and playing poker. Mm-hmm. There's a strategy behind playing poker. He says, I'm not suggesting you go play poker.
Right.
But if you look at those two things differently, you can become a really good poker player. You can't become a really good slot machine player.
You can pull that sucker as hard as you want.
No.
It ain't going to change the odds.
You can change your facial expression. You can, it's just going to be what it is.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an interesting pivot point. From totally negative, this is the end times, and Russia and China are coming to get us. To he's saying no, actually, we think this is probably a legit form of currency.
Yeah,
and he talked about the other altcoins. It's like, if you think something's going to, really, what you're doing is investing in a project or a company or a business or something that is going to offer you value for that, but they're just doing it in the digital world.
Yeah,
that's right.
Instead of just doing it in the stock market through banks, through regulation. Okay, so here are some some things to be cautious about, some negatives, some things you're going to have to watch out for.
You're going to become possessed if you start playing with crypto.
Exactly right.
Ask your AI who to invest in.
Well, besides the fact that you can be really stupid about it and irresponsible about it, and you can legitimately, harm your family's future. You also, of course, some of these altcoins can disappear and you would lose everything. But also there are scams and there are hackers. Mm-hmm. Scams are people that trick you into giving information away or giving away, something that would allow them to access your private key. In your wallet, you have a private key and a public key. The public key allows you to move around and exchange in the space. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to transfer Bitcoin to somebody in Argentina, you could do it with your public key. First, you have to use your private key, then you use your public key, and then you do it in reverse order. So there are scammers that will try to get you to access that, and they're waiting for you, and they will get your information.
Yeah.
By the way, I just read a story today about a guy whose ex threw away his digital wallet, and he's still looking for it in landfills today.
Oh my gosh!
He actually had a physical thing.
I wonder how much he had.
Way too much to keep him out of looking through the landfill.
Where's this landfill at?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Is his ex still living?
I'm not sure about that either. But yeah, literally, he's been to the landfill more than once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that around here?
No.
Oh.
No, it's in the Midwest somewhere. I can't remember where. Anyway, so then there's the hackers, and so the key factor to all this stuff. One of the reasons that they wanted to make it so secure that it would take, Herculean effort to get into it.
Yeah.
And so this is why they created this thing called the blockchain. Now, the blockchain is a little bit above my pay grade, but I did learn a little bit about the blockchain. Blockchains are created. In fact, I watched a whole video on how to build your own blockchain.
Peter will build you a blockchain.
Just hit me up, $50 and I'll paint your porch.
Yeah, I can tell you about branch chain amino acids.
Yes.
Right.
Blockchain.
I can tell you about branch Davidians.
We can talk about them.
Anyway, basically, you can build a digital block. It's what it is. It's just a block. It isn't a cube. But,
Peter's like, here's the physical dimensions.
It's more like this.
If you look in the Bible, it'll tell you the cubits.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's the exact shape and size of the Holy of Holies, dude. Okay, so it's a digital block, and basically what it does is it holds and stores digital information permanently.
Yeah.
Like you cannot, unless you coded it in the first place, you cannot get back into it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in the case of cryptocurrency, all of the transactions are stored in these blocks. And there's this technical term called a hash. It has a hash. A hash is like a portal.
Okay.
It's a secure portal, but what the hash does is it allows you to connect that block to another block. So once this block is full, then the next block is automatically created.
Gotcha.
And then it stores all these other transactions. So it's just like all these tiny little amazingly powerful computers just working away in the digital landscape.
So you can get away with nothing.
It's almost, and then this guy was showing me all the code. Okay, so he said, "Okay, I'm going to build this thing, and it's going to start with 2 zeros. We're going to make it really simple." And he says, so he went through the whole coding thing, and he says, "Okay, so now it's created." And I go, "Yeah, okay, it looks like a bunch of numbers." But then he said, "What we're going to do is we're going to make it almost impossible for anybody to hack into because we're going to start it now with 19 zeros." And so whoever is trying to,
so the amount of possibilities of entry would be like trillions.
absolutely,
Yeah.
It would-
8675309 hashtag catty cat lick.
Yeah.
/ we rule.
Yeah.
And so then once again you set this up so when this block is full, the next one is created, and it all connects this way. So it's all part of a giant system.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And the cool thing about it is you can store anything you want on a blockchain. So if you owned a department store and you wanted to do all of your business digitally, then you could have somebody build you a blockchain, and then all of your transactions will be permanently stored inside each block.
Huh.
How have people gotten this smart?
I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wrap my brain
But this
around
is why it seems so mysterious and so wild. But if you think about it, our banking system and treasury system is just as complicated.
It is. Yeah.
But it's physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why it's tangible to us, and this is why it makes more sense to us. But here's the coolest thing about cryptocurrency. Okay, this is why the Christians are now saying, you know what? Actually, this is legit. And one of the stories that I heard, it was this Christian missionary. This guy was interviewing him, and he is now a big proponent for Christians in the crypto world. He says, I got out of Bible college. I just wanted to be a missionary. I wanted to be a missionary in Uruguay. And so he goes to Uruguay, and he's all he thinks he's going to do is to plant a little church there.
Yeah.
To do as much good as he could, give them medical assistance and set up clinics and schools and all. He's going to do all the missionary stuff. Well, he gets there and he discovers that almost 90% of the population in his little region are Venezuelan immigrants.
Okay.
And he gets to talking with him and everything. It's like, why are you here? Well, because the Venezuelan currency has failed again. In fact, he said people are just throwing the paper money out their windows because it failed.
Worthless, yeah.
And once the currency fails, it's not coming back. So when you build another currency back up again, when you discover some more assets or, whatever, then you have to print a different kind of money that doesn't look like the old currency. So literally, your money is worth nothing. So because the money is worth nothing, then they can work at their job all day long and they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Because there's no currency.
Right.
The banks are closed. Everything's shut down.
Yeah, there's nothing for them to do.
What are you going to do? You're going to go to a neighboring country and you're going to work some jobs and send money home to your family.
Yeah.
So there's all these Venezuelan immigrants in this region in Uruguay just trying to get some money together so they can feed their family back home. And so he says, it really bothered me. And then he said, but somebody actually corresponded with me and because I was putting this word out to help them. And they said, why don't we try this cryptocurrency? because we can exchange money and give money back and forth, no matter what the borders look like, no matter what the currency looks like. And if we can get these people trading on this different platform, then they can actually make some money where they are, and not have to rely on the government. They said that the currency in Venezuela crashes every 15 years.
Jeez, dang, man,
that's sad.
That is.
I know. Almost as quickly as that chair that you're sitting in.
Yeah,
it crashes every 15 minutes. So that got him into the whole idea of actually we could network this thing.
There's stability in the crazy digital currency.
And just like this guy I was talking about earlier, who developed this service, this way of turning the crypto into cashing it out essentially, or donating it in a way that would help it to continue to grow, that kind of thing. So that got him on this whole rabbit hole, and now he's holding like Bitcoin in the Bible conference. And so you can go to this conference, you can hear, they got booths everywhere, and they'll show you how to do all this stuff. And it's becoming increasingly more of a faith-based issue. Because here's the kind of the underlying sentiment. This guy comes from a denomination that is very, shall we say, fundamentalist. And almost it's a very libertarian kind of thing. It's like any way we can get around the government, let's do it. But it also is for a good cause, for a good reason.
Well, it's interesting because there's a lot of people that see crypto as a part of the New World Order.
I that's what I've heard. That's exactly what I've heard. So expand on that. What are they saying?
So that's what I don't even remember where I heard this, but I got a little rundown here. So New World Order, if you don't know what that is, you just need to Google New World Order. I mean, that is a thing. It is a thing.
It's Hulk Hogan and WCW back in the day.
Yes, that was a good New World Order. Here's the breakdown. There's like, all right, I got 4 main points here on the New World Order. Number 1 is control and surveillance and the digital currency push. Governments, global elites have been openly moving towards central bank digital currencies, so CBDCs. Bitcoin started decentralized. While Bitcoin started decentralized, the push for CBDCs is the opposite. It's a fully controlled digital money system. Once cash is gone, which is the plan, let's eradicate cash. All transactions are traceable. We're already seeing this even in the cash world with Venmo. What is the thing now? If you do a transaction, they claim over $600 or something through Venmo. It's now traceable. But I'm not convinced if you do a $5 one, it's in the it's in the internets.
All the internets.
All the internets. And so Revelation 13 imagery is one of the ones they tie in here. And that is no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark. That gets tied to this because a fully digital money system can be weaponized to enforce obedience. And that's kind of the driving force for the New World Order. If we control the money, we control the people. And so the digital ID and currency merge. Now, the WEF is the World Economic Forum, and that goes hand in hand with the New World Order. The WEF, IMF, BIS, and the UN have openly proposed linking digital ID, so your health, travel, financial, and social status, your digital wallet, so it'd show all your crypto, and your social credit systems like China's model. So they would have literally every piece of information about you. They'd have a whole portfolio on you.
And the ability to shut it down.
And that's what it says. I spun this even into the demonic angle, because there's people that say that it's demonic, which I kind of touched on with Mark of the Beast. But the way some of them look at it on the demonic side is mammon, the biblical symbol of money and greed, is already a spiritual danger, but crypto adds obsession and idolatry. Crypto culture often treats coins as salvation or ultimate security. Because again, it's like, oh man,
That's
this can
Never
go
going
nowhere.
away.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then occult symbolic branding. Many coins and NFTs have bizarre occult-like imagery, and they do have some weird
There's
imagery.
some strange stuff.
Mass deception. People believe it's pure freedom, but many systems are gateways to controlled, trackable economies. So in Christian eschatology, Satan doesn't appear with horns. He appears as an angel of light. A freedom currency that leads into total financial slavery fits that deceptive pattern. So
Well, that's uplifting.
it is. And so the final, how does that fit into the New World Order? Globalists don't need every coin. They just need the infrastructure. The blockchain tech is what they're after. A decentralized idea can be co-opted into a centralized enforcement tool. The demonic connection comes in because this mirrors prophetic warnings about end-time deception where freedom turns to control and people are marked/limited economically. So like I said, they can shut you down.
See, that was my only question about it was so you can't buy anything privately anymore.
Well, right.
I mean, everything would be traceable.
Yeah.
And I got a little narrative I want to read real quick.
Yeah.
just to
I
set
love this. Yeah.
just to set the mood.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is a journal entry.
All right, do it in your movie voice.
Day 247. No,
In a world where one man.
yeah. Day 247. I don't know if anyone will ever read this. Paper is forbidden now, and the word of God is called dangerous material. But I can't stay silent, not while there's still a chance someone might hear. It started like a blessing. They said the new currency was safe, fair, and for everyone. A single wallet linked to your ID. No more theft, no more hunger, if you complied. But then they began to change the rules. First, churches that refused the unity pledge found their accounts frozen. Next, people who spoke against the system were cut off, unable to buy food or water. Then came the test, a mark to prove loyalty. Without it, you are invisible. I refused. Many of us did. We remembered Revelation 14. If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives a mark, he will drink of the wine of God's wrath. My neighbors turned me in when I wouldn't take it. I live in hiding now, moving at night, trading scraps with others who still serve Christ. We can't buy, we can't sell, but we are free in Him. If you are reading this before it begins, do not take the mark, no matter how safe it sounds, no matter how easy it seems. The convenience they offer is a chain. The freedom they promise is slavery. Hold fast, the Lamb is coming.
You still read that in your movie voice. Good job, man.
Well,
I was intrigued.
I mean, there's a lot of people that firmly believe that that's the direction that they're going to push. Cash, we went to...
Regardless, I'd watch that movie.
Oh, yeah. I would too. But we went out of town this past weekend. We went to Magic Springs. It's in Hot Springs, a water park. It's cash free. You cannot use cash.
that's right.
Yeah.
Everything is card. And, growing up, cash is king. I've always heard. Cash is king, man.
Well, you probably saw that at the forum when you went.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All the forums, like Nissan Stadium, all that now. It's
I went to a ball game in Arizona. No cash.
No
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah.
See, we're moving that direction.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know. I don't know that I like it.
I know. So you can pay with your phone now. You
Yep.
scan your phone. Why not just scan your wrist?
Isn't that coming? I think that's what they're working on. What's the chip they're working to put in the heads now?
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink.
Yeah, because your arm can get chopped off and then,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it's all just it's interesting things to think about.
It's kind of the way we talked about AI, though. It's one man's tool is another man's weapon.
Yep.
well,
And it just might be Satan's weapon.
Or isn't all weapons of evil Satan's weapons?
Yes.
but when you when you listen to some of these guys, and I listened to a long interview with a strong Christian. He's got a couple of PhDs, one in economics, one in some sort of physics or something like that.
He's got a blockchain of PhDs.
He was basically, the title of his interview was every Christian needs to have Bitcoin. I mean, it's just like,
So he believes in it that firmly.
it's urgent.
Yeah.
He's looking at it because the scenario that you're describing is what happens when a crypto gets government regulated.
Yeah.
And if we have a new world order, that means a one world government, which means yes, they would control everything.
And that scenario is what there are. I'm gonna sound like a weirdo. I'm sound like I got my tinfoil hat on here, but there are really some significant things out there that point to people involved in a new world order.
Oh, sure.
Well, here's the thing, though. You look at any wealthy person, any of them. I don't care if they're athletes, tech companies, whatever. They will all tell you the same thing: diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
You know, invest in different things. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. I mean, we learned this from a young age.
Yeah.
But,
you know, because things do fail.
They do, but what I'm getting at on the new world order side, crypto at its sense was built to not be
Exactly.
this.
That's the idea. But who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
I was gonna say the nuclear weapon was built as a
Is there
deterrent.
like a code? Is it like he's like the beast?
Yeah, can we decipher his name?
Exactly. But this was this man's point is that Bitcoin especially and all these other altcoins as well, they're specifically created to be non-regulated by anybody. And this is why they developed this blockchain technology, because it would take them hundreds of years to be able to hack into this blockchain
And
system.
see, that works against people that want control and power.
Right.
And I mean,
that's his whole point.
If we've learned anything from government over the years, they want to control. So they want to control. If they control the finances, then you can control the people.
That's the exact point he was making. And he said our current monetary system is broken. Mm-hmm. You know, he goes through the whole economic, landscape. He says,
and I agree with that 100%.
Well, and he said 2020 accelerated it. It was already broken, but it got more broke.
Yeah.
Because governments can literally just print as much money as they want.
Hyperinflation.
Yeah.
And so then they put a narrative behind it. Everything's going to be okay. All is well. And then all of a sudden you turn around and housing prices have tripled.
I was going to say an $80,000 home is now worth $300,000.
Yeah.
And now you just got a $300,000 pile of crap.
Well, is it because houses got more valuable? No. Is it,
The dollar's weaker.
Because it's not worth anything.
I saw a thing, and I can't remember the exact prices, but it was a John Deere tractor like what we run now. A new tractor today, 285, 300 horsepower John Deere tractor is like around $480,000 to $500,000.
$500,000.
$500,000
I got that
for a
in my
tractor.
pocket.
Yeah. I need it. But back, I think in 2020 or 2021, a new one was like $175,000.
Jeez.
That's a lot of money. But you look at the insane jump over a short few years.
I give people this simple comparison all the time. It's how come vehicles cost what houses used to?
Yeah. I had that conversation today.
A brand new truck will cost you what a house used to.
Yep.
I have this. When I lived in Seattle, my brother and I used to go to the YMCA, and we'd work out a few days a
They'd
week.
sing.
And absolutely, we'd wear our short shorts.
Yeah.
And
Peter was the Indian.
and we used to hang out with this old guy. He was old guy to us. He was probably my age. Well,
Yeah.
He
but
was
to
the
us,
Indian.
he was an old guy.
Yeah.
And he would do a little working out, but we got to talking with him and everything else like that. And he told us, he said, I had a friend, he was down on his luck, and I needed to help him out. And he needed to sell both of his houses on the waterfront in Seattle. Mm-hmm. And so I bought them. I didn't really have the money, but I wanted to help my friend out. And I bought them each for $5,000 each.
Wow.
Whoa.
At the time we were talking to him, they were like $200,000 houses.
And he paid $5,000 a piece.
$5,000 a piece. And he said, I sold them at, like $150,000 each. And he said, I regret it to this day. And now I look back and I go, buddy, you don't even know.
You would really be regretting it today.
Giving those houses to your grandchildren.
Yes.
Because these are multi-million-dollar houses down there now.
Oh, yeah. We had the farm store. It was open last week when we came back. And two women from California came in there. They've moved here within the last year. And I asked him, I said, well, what made you move? Like, what brought you to Tennessee? And she said, we couldn't afford to live in California.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And she said there was an 1,100. She said one of her eye-opening moments was she was looking for a house, and she was in Northern California. She said that we were looking at a house. It was 1,100 square feet, and it was over $500,000.
Yeah, that's a small house.
That's a small house.
That is a small
That's
house.
a small house. $500,000.
Well, did you
Yeah.
know that? Have you ever had an In-N-Out burger
Yeah, they're moving here.
from California to Tennessee for the same reason?
Yep.
Oh, from my understanding, it's a mass exodus. And when you look at it, because I remember hearing that a firefighter made like $150,000 or something in
Yeah, you're
California.
thinking, golly, that's
You're like,
I'm
dang,
gonna
man.
Go there.
And it's like, no, when you look at the costs, that gasoline's like $5 or $6 a gallon.
yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, it just goes to show though what greed will do. Because we've talked about this several times. Like wealth will mostly corrupt.
Yeah.
Because me and my wife, we don't have a problem telling people this. Like we've given away 2 vehicles before.
Yeah.
And they weren't like brand new vehicles or anything like that, but they were functional.
It was just a Bentley, and a Mercedes.
I mean, here's the deal: that
The
they
porch.
were,
the porch.
they were functional. They had AC, the whole nine, stuff like that. They like I said, they weren't nothing extremely nice, but we literally gave them to people just who needed a hand.
Yeah.
Not, we didn't like advertise it to the church or anything like that, but I see people all the time who have way better means than I do, but they are so scared of losing that percentage point that they refuse to do anything.
And it's tough, especially. And see, here's the deal. We say all this to say, I think the guy's right. I think our monetary system is kind of broke.
Yeah,
absolutely,
it is.
Absolutely.
And so his point is number one, regulation, because right now, China's completed the whole regulation system.
Yeah.
You're tracked everywhere you go.
Yeah.
There's no place almost where they don't know where you are. And we know right now that the U.S. is trying to put together a plan to regulate Bitcoin.
Yep.
This is like a big deal.
They will.
They will.
Which is what I'm saying. The bad thing is that is completely against the whole point.
Yeah, that's why it was created, is to not do that.
But that's where I see if they do regulate Bitcoin, you will see these other altcoins go through the roof.
That's it.
Because
everybody's going to move over there.
I was going to say, we're going to have some awesome nerd that's going to be like, I'm going to keep them out of this. And then everybody, I'll rally behind that nerd.
Think about it. If you invested into a Bitcoin for 6 cents a coin and it's $115,000 now, what would stop you from, if it's going to be regulated, from taking that money and then being like, well, let's invest it into
cash it out.
Another coin that's not regulated.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know if they'll actually be successful at regulating it, because Mr. Nakamoto, I mean, this is exactly why he created it. And I have to think, if he's smart enough to to develop the blockchain principle and to develop this worldwide currency, I think he could probably put something in there that if they actually were able to get through, it would just blow up.
Yeah.
Like a cyanide pill or something like that.
I mean, what did Thomas Jefferson say? That he believes that banks are more, banking systems are more of a threat to human freedom than standing armies.
Yeah.
And I believe that's very true.
Again, man, you control the finances, you control the people.
That's
Whoever
exactly
controls
right.
the money controls the people.
Yep.
So his whole thing is that you need to protect the assets that you have. He didn't suggest that you should put your life savings in there either, but he said you need to have at least part of what you're saving or what you're making be out of the hands of the government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is really kind of the big push as far as in his mind for Christians and for churches. And, I mean, churches, how long will it be before they can you preach one message they don't like and they can just shut you down?
Yes.
See, that's my question too, is let's say the government can't regulate Bitcoin. What would be the response to not being able to regulate it? Would be to regulate the people who use it. It would have to be like, okay, well, if we find out you're using Bitcoin, you can be fined X amount of dollars or whatever.
Well, I asked here, could they regulate Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Okay, what did it say?
It says the part they can't fully regulate is the core network. Bitcoin itself runs on a decentralized blockchain spread across thousands of nodes worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
There is no central server, CEO, or headquarters. As long as people can run nodes, use peer-to-peer wallets, and transact over the internet or even alternative networks like satellite or mesh, the network itself remains beyond direct government control. And it says that's why authoritarian regimes like China have tried just banning.
They have banned Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They've banned it now?
Yeah. So you're not
Well, I
allowed.
mean, China's internet in general is extremely regulated.
Oh yeah, that's as regulated
and
as you can possibly get.
that's what it
They're
says.
looking into your bedroom.
Oh, yeah. This says the part they can regulate, while they can't kill the network, governments can regulate how you access it. Crypto exchanges, payment processors, and banks that touch crypto.
Good point.
So by requiring know your customer tax reporting and transacting monitoring, they can track and tax almost all activity going through regulated platforms.
So that's what the TikTok ban was. It was the trial run.
There you go.
Yep.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
It's kind of like this actually reminds, because it says the choke point strategy. Governments don't have to regulate Bitcoin directly. They can control the gateways.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I remember that one time I heard this coming up in the firearms world when we had people that were wanting to ban guns. They're like, you're never going to ban guns. So they were like, well, we'll just make the ammo unaffordable.
Right.
We're gonna crank the taxes up so high on bullets
Yep.
that the average guy just can't even afford to buy
Or
bullets.
even the gateway method is it's your background check.
Yeah.
So, you voted Republican? You voted Democrat? You voted this way? Or
Yeah,
you
you got tattoos?
Yeah. Whatever.
Yep.
Whatever's in your background. Yeah. Nope. You're denied.
Yep. So that's the thing, man. Yeah, it's like, okay, if we can't just regulate the coin itself, we'll just regulate how you can use it.
Yeah.
Like we'll regulate the gateways
Yep.
and the portals for it.
Right.
That's my thing. They'll figure out a way.
Yeah. It's adjacent regulation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, maybe Takamoto thought this even beyond that
Hey,
point.
He
all I'm
might
saying-
have. I don't know.
When did he disappear? How long ago?
2010. He was only known for about 2 years, 3 years.
He's probably sitting there in a computer. He's like blocking the government. He's
he's got a command control center.
oh yeah.
He's like CSI. You know, he's got the tables that light up,
Yeah.
and you can.
He's so rich that he's got like 50 nerds
Yeah.
sitting there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's the
Absolutely.
black hat of all black
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
But the other side of this also is just this desire to get out from under any kind of control of the
Yeah.
government. And so this independence kind of ideal. And he mentioned some examples of, like, when you remember the Canadian truckers protest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they started, the money started flowing in to support these guys from people who were all about them, and the Canadian government debanked them.
Really?
Yeah, the portal that all this money was being sent to, they shut it down.
Yeah.
Cannot access this money. So the only way they were able to be supported was through Bitcoin.
Really?
Yep. They survived as long as they did because people started sending them.
Wow.
So if
Send the
you're
Bitcoin.
watching this, the only way we can survive is Bitcoin, and
Yeah.
we need all of it.
Yeah,
We need it all.
10 or 12, something like that. And
We could just retire and go full-time podcasting here.
Right.
We'll drop you an episode every couple days.
heck yeah.
Every couple for that amount of money, every couple
I
hours.
just sleep on that couch.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say, we'll crank out 2 a day, man.
Oh, we'll beef this studio up, guys. We don't need that couch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, debanking people is becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave an example of, Nazi Germany.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ways that they were able to sort of cast a net around all of the Jewish people there is they started regulating their bank accounts so that they could only take out a fraction of their money at a time.
Yeah.
And the Jewish people had been counting on just going to the bank, getting their money out, and getting the heck out of the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the minute they started doing that, their hands were tied. They
That's right. A lot of people had to smuggle their personal goods out.
Yep.
Because it was getting confiscated as well.
And
Yeah.
honestly, it got to the point where if you wanted to leave, you had to covertly sneak across the border with nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. And some of them had lots of wealth tied up.
Yep.
And it all went to the government. They just liquidated it.
Mm.
And so this is not a new concept, I
Yeah.
guess is
not
what I'm saying.
By
here.
no stretch.
Yeah.
And if you want to go down a rabbit hole, look who funded the Nazis. Just look that up in your spare time. I'll tell you the guy's name was Prescott Bush.
Yeah.
It's George W. Bush's granddaddy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well,
We could start a whole new conspiracy theory off of all that, couldn't we?
That's
Did you
public
know?
knowledge.
Well, did you know that Hitler didn't die and
No.
he didn't kill himself?
I did not know that.
This is like,
Is he buried next to Elvis?
No, he
didn't die?
moved. I think it was a country actually a lot of the Nazis fled to.
That's
Oh.
Argentina.
Was it Argentina?
Yeah.
There's like known things that about Hitler being in Argentina.
Wow.
Oh, so
I'll have to find that, man. Oh, we can do.
that's who Nakatomi is.
He's Adolf Hitler.
He's Adolf Hitler.
No, there is
Wait,
legit.
Nakatomi is the building Bruce Willis fought in, ain't it?
They say, yeah, Nakatomi
Towers.
Plaza.
Yeah, that's it.
No, they say like even the skull. Supposedly they have the skull from Hitler.
It was a female,
It's
right?
a female skull.
Yeah.
Ain't even the real skull.
But I say all that to say, though, financial control transcends world countries and governments. It's just about power. And if you can
that's
control
it.
It
people's
is.
finances,
That's
it's
absolutely
way
true.
beyond borders. And
But so interesting thing, as far as this whole, mark of the beast, unable to buy, sell, all this stuff. You can go watch our series on Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Go right to Revelation 14. We talked about that at length. I don't really think there is going to be a chip embedded in your forehead that's going to determine whether you're a Christian or not.
Yeah,
There's not going to be one willingly put into my forehead.
That's right.
well,
That's right.
I still maintain the mark of the beast on your forehead or hand is still your thoughts and actions. I still maintain that.
It has more to do with your allegiance than it does with anything super physical.
We talked about that with the flip your mind, flip your heart series. And I really think that's what it comes down to. And that can be the same thing with crypto.
But did you know that
Probably
the Bible talks a lot about crypto?
Oh, enlighten me.
Did you know that?
I'm curious to hear.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's funny because honestly, this is you can find all sorts of material about it. The first thing is that God is all okay. So they'll tell you that there is no Hebrew word for cryptocurrency.
I was going to ask.
I'm surprised.
I know.
Does the Bible talk about crypto the same way that it talks about helicopters?
I was gonna say, are you meaning to tell me Jesus wasn't talking about blockchains and bitcoins?
Jesus did talk about bitcoins, and I'll tell you where here in just a second.
The 2 mites? That's a bit of a coin.
It's a bit,
No, first of all, there's a lot of talk in Scripture, Old and New Testament, about unbalanced or like corrupt money, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so just full disclosure, I watched this video, 2 videos, and they were all talking about how crypto is in the Bible.
Uh-oh.
And so,
was this forbidden knowledge?
no, it was not. But and one of them had an AI voice attached to it, which really was off-putting.
That would bother me.
Every time I watch videos like that, it reminds me of the song "Is Mary Did You Know?" Yes, she knew.
She knew.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly right.
Careful, you'll step on some toes
I
with
will
that one.
step all over their toes.
So in Isaiah, it says, your silver has become dross. In other words, you're mixing your metals.
Okay.
You're mixing non-precious metal with the silver to make the coin actually, to make more money off of it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Your drink diluted with water. Your rulers are rebels and companions of thieves. Everyone loves a bribe, chases after rewards. They do not defend the orphan. So this is, can I get the, that's what crypto is kind of trying to solve.
Yes.
Right.
The mixing of metals and devaluing of money. Let's put it that way. Government's printing too much money, all this stuff. Then if you go to Genesis, the last, probably third of Genesis is all the story about Joseph, right?
Right.
Well, Joseph was wise, and he stored up the resources, the money, the grain
In Egypt.
for hard times, right? So after the famine was over and the new Pharaoh took over, he used that excess grain to put people into slavery.
Fact.
Yes, and he made them make bricks so that he could build all of his buildings and make all of his cities and everything else like that. And so he used the excess resources to control people, because whoever controls the money controls the people.
Yeah.
And he did that for like 400 years. Bitcoin and all the other cryptos, they are absolutely against government control.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then
That's right, man.
he talks about Revelation 14, where buying and selling are restricted, or buying and selling are controlled.
Without the mark.
That's right. So he says the biblical principle is clear. Financial freedom matters. I'm pretty sure I heard Jesus say that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yep.
Blessed are those who have financial freedom, right?
That's right, man.
Isn't that how he is in Beatitudes?
Yeah.
What's in your wallet?
Yeah.
This one is a stretch.
Uh-oh.
I had to almost had to shut it down over this one.
All right, I'm excited for this one.
Okay. Jesus cleared the temple. He turned over the money changers' tables, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So according to this guy, the money changers were controlling the worshipers by controlling the temple funds and controlling the price of the sacrifices. So he was exploiting them and taking advantage of them, and that's what Jesus was mad about.
So it wasn't the transactions just taking place in the temple; it was what they were doing. That's what made him so angry.
It wasn't the fact that it was set up in the Gentile court and blocking their way to worship.
Yeah,
and it wasn't Jesus trying to do something so outlandish that he got himself arrested either, is it? No. Jesus was just upset that people were being controlled by the government.
Of course.
So Jesus would be upset at self-checkouts.
Absolutely.
How dare you put that here?
No. So that one.
If by their accord, Jesus would have been the revolutionary that they were chanting him to be.
Yes, he's overthrowing the government.
Yes, he's coming to overthrow the government.
But that is the only time that Jesus ever did anything physically subversive.
Because he had to.
And funny
he even chastised Peter when he took a sword against the guys coming to get him.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And it says he made a whip out of cords. Well, actually, it was out of these little dried up reeds that wouldn't really hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He did it more for visual
I thought it
effect.
was out of blockchains that he made.
It was. That's exactly what it was right here.
Instead of cat of nine tails.
Yes.
Cat of bitcoins.
Yes.
And he said, Doge.
Blockchain this.
Anyway, so that one kind of took a left turn on me, and I kind of lost.
I see
it.
that. Yeah.
It zigged when I zagged.
Yeah.
But now here's one. I need to find that. Let's see. Where did I find Ecclesiastes?
While you're looking, how much money do you think the U.S. prints per day?
Oh, gosh.
$2 billion.
Oh, no.
It's $541 million a day.
Checks out.
Wow.
They claim 95% of those are just replacement bills. So, but I mean, still 5% of $541 million.
See, I don't buy that either, because how many people use cash versus debit?
Yeah, that's still $27 million a day. That's just new cash entering circulation. So that in a year, that'd be $9.8 billion.
I'm calling crap on that just for the fact that, are you familiar with the petrodollar?
What is the petrodollar? Yeah, I've heard that.
All right, so if you buy oil, you have to buy it in petrodollars, which is the U.S. dollar. So like if you are in Europe and you go to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, you have to use U.S. dollars.
Okay, because that's the petrodollar.
It's the petrodollar.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Control the money.
Yep.
Control the people.
Yep.
Even other countries.
Yep.
Okay, so
Power.
Solomon says this in Ecclesiastes.
He wasn't very wise. What did he say?
He said, divide your portions 7 or 8 ways.
Okay.
We call that diversification.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's your portfolio.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
So clearly, he wants gold,
Silver,
real
platinum.
estate, and crypto.
All right, I'm feeling what you're
7
saying,
or 8
Solomon.
ways.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what kind of calamity is going to come.
Don't put your eggs in one basket. There you go,
exactly
Pat.
Right.
What if you only got one egg though?
You got to hard boil it.
I gotta scramble some, man.
Yeah.
I gotta scramble it.
Okay, so here's where Jesus talks about crypto. It's in Mark. It's plain as day. So they ask him.
I got a feeling it's not.
they come to Jesus to try to trick him, right?
Yep.
And they say, this is like Mark 12. I don't know. Yeah, it says they to trap him in a statement. They came and said to him, "Teacher, we know that you are truthful and defer to no one, for you are not partial to any, but teach the way of God in truth. Is it lawful to pay a poll tax to Caesar or not?" So, Jesus, should we be controlled by the government or should we not? What
Give to Caesar what is Caesar.
Shall we? But he, knowing their hypocrisy, said to them, "Why are you testing me? Bring me a denarius to look at."
Whose image is on it?
Bring me the physical money. They keep using this word fiat, fiat economy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess that means touchable money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So bring me a fiat to look at. And they brought one, and he said, "Whose likeness and inscription is this?" And they said to him, "Caesar's." And Jesus said to them, "Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's."
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, he says, keep the government out of your money. Give Caesar his fiat money, and you will,
Yeah. Give the government dollars and give the church Bitcoin.
And he says, store up your treasure in the heavens.
That's the internet.
That's the blockchain.
Yes.
That's it.
That's the internet.
Yes,
Al Gore,
exactly.
thank you.
Because
He invented it.
He
the
invented the
government
internet.
can't touch it, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's such an inconvenient truth.
So, exactly. So, anyway, that's where Jesus talks about it.
Oh, man.
In Proverbs 11.
Oh, Solo Man got another one.
What?
Said Solo Man got another one?
Yes, yeah, I got another one. Let's see. What did I say? Proverbs what? Proverbs 11. Yes. Psalms, Proverbs. You'd think I would know more about the order of my scriptures here.
Yeah, I like them psalms.
Yeah, them psalms are good. Psalm 11, or Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Another translation says, unbalanced scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight, fair scales, is his delight. And so who is it that's tipped the scales into our disadvantage? It's the government. That's all
exactly what
they are trying to hold us down.
In the book of Acts, what does it say? Everyone shared everything they had with those who have need. So this
Socialism.
This is no Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Because
it's Bitcoin because Jesus gets us.
You don't have to go through a bank. You don't have to wire to a bank in Argentina.
Nakatomi said he wanted to share.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so there it is, right there in the book of Acts, Logan. Did you know that?
That's why Hans Gruber wanted those bear bonds.
It is, yeah.
We can go back to Haggai.
Oh.
The book of Haggai. I'm not even sure I can find Haggai. Where is Haggai?
Toward the end of the OT.
You know, a buddy of mine in high school got Psalms tattooed, a verse tattooed on his back, a huge, and the guy spelled Psalms wrong. He put palms. Palms. Spelled it wrong. I don't even think the dude that got the tat remembered or noticed it until he was like showing us, and someone was like,
palms.
He spelled Psalms
So
wrong.
you couldn't fit a little S in there somewhere?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a California resort.
I thought it was their mission statement.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Haggai 1:6. You have sown much but harvest little. You eat, but there is not enough to be satisfied. You drink, but there is not enough to become drunk. You put on clothing, but no one is warm enough. And here it is. He who earns wages to put into a bag with holes. Yeah. Or should I say, in a bank with holes.
That's right.
That's
Bank
what he
with
really
holes.
meant.
That blockchain ain't got no holes.
Yeah. No.
This one was really bad. Even worse.
Better than the other.
Yeah. It's because Daniel had King Nebuchadnezzar has a vision.
No.
Yeah.
Daniel tells him.
No. Are you about to do the statue?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. The statue is made out of different metals, and they are different kingdoms, right? And isn't it interesting how the head is of gold and each one becomes of less value the more?
And
so
then
as
by the time you
kingdoms,
get to the bottom,
you're going to get to paper money.
Oh,
That's what you're going to
man,
do.
yes.
Oh, that is Bitcoin all the way. Daniel knew
The
it.
more the empires take over, the less
Belshazzar
valuable.
knew it.
Exactly. And so that
was the writing on the wall.
That's exactly right. Yeah, King, your vision is all about the need for Bitcoin.
Yeah,
that was the blockchain.
Exactly.
That was the blockchain algorithm written on the wall.
Who came up with that?
I don't even remember. It was some.
Was this one of the videos?
Yes, it absolutely was.
This dude truly believes that.
Yes. And it's the same guy that. This is my last example. This is.
Hold on, this is all the same guy.
The first 3 or 4 were another video with the AI voice.
Oh man,
Yes.
this one dude is drinking some serious Kool-Aid.
Yeah, this guy did the Ecclesiastes one.
He didn't do the in the tabernacle with the
Coin changers.
coin changers. Is he the same guy that did that one?
No, that was the first one.
Okay.
He did Ecclesiastes. He did What Belongs to Caesar. He did Dishonest Scales. Everyone gives everything to everybody. He did the Haggai one.
He's
the
smoking
Daniel
the good
one.
stuff.
Oh man, this is the capper, and he got so excited about this one too. He says there is no passage in the Bible that tells us more about Bitcoin than this one right here, and it's the parable of the talents. Parable of the talents. You know, the master, he gives this one a bunch, and what does he do? He works hard with it, and he takes a little bit of risk, but he takes ownership of it, and he works hard, and he invests it, and and by the time the master gets back, it's double. Then the next guy he gets a little less, but he still works just as hard, and he provides that extra income, that investment return for his master. What does the third guy do?
Buries it.
He buries it in the ground, and he says, "I was afraid because you sow where you didn't, you reap where you didn't sow." All this stuff, and he says, "So I hid it in the ground. Here's exactly what you gave me." Now get this. He says he calls him evil and lazy.
Oh, the guy that buried it's evil and lazy.
Evil and lazy.
But doesn't the master say you should have at least put it in the bank to draw interest?
Yeah, that's what he said. And he said, look how negatively he talks about the bank.
Okay.
Like
That's the least thing you should do.
Couldn't have even done the worst possible option. Yeah. So he's going like, see, Jesus talked poorly about banks.
I think burying it in the ground was the worst option.
Yeah, well, that was the worst. But
a bank is just barely
at
above
least,
that.
Yeah, that's right above that.
But that's a step up, right?
Yeah, but
it's like the dog turd on the lawn above that.
That's exactly right. Yes. So Jesus is already talking negative about banks. But then he starts into this whole thing. Here's the whole heart of this parable. It's not our money anyway. We're the guardians of God's money, right? You've heard that before.
Yeah.
That's pretty ordinary. Yeah. But then he says the whole thing behind this parable is if we work hard with what God has given us, take ownership, maybe take a risk or two, and generate a return, then God will give us more.
So this is some Joel Osteen type stuff here.
Completely.
Yeah.
And this guy was like into it. This parable is all about how God wants to give us more.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So that's
people
what he
eat
says.
that up.
He
Well,
says,
love it.
That's why I'm poor. I haven't invested in Bitcoin.
So honestly, it really kind of honestly sort of turned me off toward the whole Bitcoin thing. It's like, well, actually, it turned me off towards this channel because it's like, no, that is absolutely not what that parable is about. It could not even be further from what that parable
it was
about.
John Piper, wasn't it?
Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I see nothing wrong with cryptocurrency. But on the same hand, I do see a lot wrong with idiots. Trying to give theology.
And I will tell you this too. I get the guy's point that our system is broken, and
for sure.
There may come a time when we need a more detached, more aloof way to do our trading, and save our money and be immune from some of the whistleblowers and all these. Government regulation, all these different kinds of things. He told stories about churches being debanked in Canada because somebody preached a sermon that they didn't believe in,
but
all
I
this
mean,
stuff.
The music industry's been broken since '95, and we ain't fixed it yet. So.
Man, oh yes, we have. Everybody can stream everything. Yeah, that fixed the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't need those record labels. Anyway, so. I get all this stuff, but I also understand how this is a concern, all that kind of stuff. So, so what's your final word, Pat?
I'm gonna say Christian people will do Christian things, and non-Christian people will do non-Christian things, regardless.
So is crypto like taboo, off limits, or is it okay?
No, I'd say it's okay.
Just go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Pull the handle.
Yeah, just don't be dumb with it. Like I wouldn't invest your whole life savings into it. But if you can invest, no different than investing in the stock market or gold or anything like that. You know, be smart with your money, regardless. I don't care if it's regulated by the government or not. You know, just be wise with what you have.
All right then.
That's my view on it.
We'll see you later.
I mean, I mean, you know, as my dad told me, you know, you play dumb games, you get dumb prizes.
That is so true.
Yeah.
What about you, Logan?
Man, I'm on the same page with Pat. I like.
If it's a sin, then you're already guilty.
I'm already guilty. Yeah. So of course, I think it's great.
If loving crypto is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Well, I mean,
yes.
Can't we say though too that sin is not necessarily the action, but the motive behind it?
Oh, for sure it is. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, all I want to do is get filthy rich and have a ton of power. So I mean,
and now that's perfectly clear. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
and honestly, God is not against you getting filthy rich.
Yeah.
It really is not. But Jesus warns us many times that your primary treasure should be in heaven.
Yeah.
And he also warns us that, Paul warns us that the love of money, which is living your life for money, is a root of all kinds of evil.
You know what? A thing I've noticed, the people that I know that have the most money want to hold on to the money the most.
Yeah,
I've almost noticed that. Like my wife and I have talked about this,
and they're very miserable too.
Well, it's just like
they're not a joy to be around.
Yeah, but I mean, all their focus. It's like because I know some super wealthy people, and some of these people,
Where
it's
do they
like
go to church.
Yeah, no.
So now's a good time to plug Holly Grove Cumberland Presbyterian at the end of Holly Grove, right at the corner of Indian Creek.
But it is crazy to me. I've noticed that it's like the people that have the most, they just want to keep. They become more hungry for it, and I'm like, really, you ought to reach a point. Me and my cousin have talked about this. Like who was it? Pablo Escobar. You know, the big drug lord.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't remember how much money. It was almost like, it may have been $1 billion he was worth. It was crazy. And I'm like, man, I feel like if I was some drug lord, I'm getting rebellious here. If I was some drug lord, I feel like if I got to $100 million and I haven't been caught yet, I'd be like, I'm pretty good.
I would give you
playing with house money right now.
I would give you a prime example of how greed, no matter how insignificant it is it's still intoxicating.
Yeah.
How many people of you watching still have Snapchat just to keep your streak alive? I've talked to more people that said I only got it because I got streaks.
What streaks?
It's like how many times you send snaps back and forth to people. Like it keeps a streak.
I never could get into Snapchat.
I don't even have. I don't have social media. But like there's so many people like, no, I got a streak, man. And so like they'll take pictures of like their shoulder and send it to people. I'm like, you're not even communicating. You're just trying to build a streak up.
Yeah.
It's like the most insignificant amount of greed possible just to build a number. It's literally just doing that. And I'm like, why?
Interesting thing though is there are people. First of all, we know statistically that wealthy people worry about money the most.
Yeah.
Fact.
And part of it is just because they have more to lose than certainly I do.
They got something to worry about. We don't.
That's true. Maybe we just don't. We don't have it to worry about. Yeah.
They will worry for two reasons. Well, actually, maybe three. But one is that something can happen; they would lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, then there is a lust for money.
Yeah.
Like Rockefeller said. They asked him how much money is enough money. And he said $1 more.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yep.
And he acknowledged it with himself. Yeah, I just want more money.
Yeah.
Or do you hear people say that they want to leave a legacy?
Yeah.
They want to leave something for their kids.
I want to make sure that my kids never have to work a day in their life so they'll ruin their whole entire life.
Yes.
I'd rather my kid remember me for me, not my wallet.
Yeah.
And because if they remember me for my wallet, they're going to not like me.
I would say like a third level of that would even be the people that have a ton of money. They're afraid of losing that money also because of the status that comes with having that money.
For sure.
If they lost that, you gotta get you get knocked down.
Social circles change with your financial circle.
Yeah,
yes.
You'd lose your membership to certain places.
Yeah,
and all
the YMCA.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, Sam's Club.
Yes, but no, I'm just like with Pat on this. Like, it's just like all the other taboos we got.
Yeah.
Do I think you having crypto is a straight ticket to hell?
No.
I don't. I think if you want to diversify your portfolio, like I say, go for it, man. I actually would rather dabble with crypto than I would stocks because honestly, crypto, I see a more upward trend than stocks are going to be kind of, I had stocks for a little bit. They float up and down and they kind of stay in the same area. I never was one of those guys that bought into the little company of the Apple, and then it suddenly was worth a fortune.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Only stocks I got is the one that people try to put me in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whoop you.
Yeah.
Yep. I see. At first I could not wrap my brain around it. It didn't make any sense that you could actually have money. Because I don't know, the paper money you hold in your hand. I know it's physically paper, but it represents something that is in a bank somewhere that somewhere in the chain goes back to gold somewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Fort Knox or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, there's 0 countries in the world that are based off of gold standards. And this sucker right here says this, it's a 1, by the way. That's how poor I am. It says this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Legal tender. All right. Which means it's not backed by anything. It just says it is what it is because the government says it is what it is.
See, that's the thing is, the paper money and the coins, I guess, I don't know, you can melt them down maybe. And but
do they just become megabytes?
But they're not silver anymore.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, it's just kind of a weird. Anyway, the whole point is, in kind of getting behind the curtain a little bit. I see this as something that actually is tangible and is real.
Yeah.
And
Israel.
We're gonna get dinged for that on YouTube. Oh man, yes.
Just got blocked.
You put New World Order and Israel in the same one.
Exactly right.
Now you just use them in the same sentence.
Yes.
And then you can say I was just passing the time, and it would sound like Palestine. and we're all in trouble.
Man.
Exactly.
Why are we rushing through this episode?
Exactly right.
Hummus got to get out of here, man.
I was eating some of that hummus the other day. Had some pita chips with it and everything.
Look, man, I'm just trying to have a good time. All right.
Aren't you gonna leave pretty soon?
Yeah, you guys are crazy over here, man.
Exactly. You're a whale. Anyway, I see it as a tool and perhaps a very valuable tool.
Yeah.
I think we can support nonprofits and ministries around the world. And I think we should investigate ways to do that. And if that means you have to dip your toe in the murky waters of Bitcoin or Dogecoin or any one of these
altcoins.
One of the guys that seemed really sensible to me, a Christian guy, said, you really should have 2 strategies. You just get you some Bitcoin and just leave it alone. Don't keep watching that little graph.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't ever check, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just have to, like tonight we were talking about it, I pulled up, I'm like, when I knew we were talking about it tonight, because I don't check it.
Yeah.
That's why I want to be the guy that's like 15 years from now, somebody's like, hey, did you hear that Dogecoin's worth $20 million? And I'm like, I think I had some of that. And then I look and I'm like, oh, wow, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
See, I watch arrows every month, man.
Yeah.
I get paid the first of the
Shooting
month,
a
it
bow.
goes up, and then it just goes down. By the end of the month, I'm waiting for that arrow to go back up.
Yeah.
But then he said the other part of your strategy, if you have time, can be to sort of juggle these little altcoins and watch which ones. And he said, do your research, find out what project or what business is behind them, what kind of effort is behind it.
Yeah.
And kind of do a little bit of work.
Sure.
And if it looks like it's going to, benefit society and it's going to move forward, then go ahead and throw a little money into it and then watch it. Watch that one and watch that one.
I got buddies who just do currency exchange. They'll exchange US dollars for euros when the euro's low. And then when the euro goes up, they'll exchange it back for US dollars and turn a profit on it.
Yeah.
Exchange rates. It's no different.
I just watch Nancy Pelosi and see what she's going to sell
No, it's
stocks.
her husband. What her husband invests in.
Yeah.
I watch Peter
She's
Jeffrey. Whatever Peter invests in, I invest in.
They're the wisest stock market players of all time. You know, she's like 150 millionaire now. So all off of just great trading.
Information. Oh, I got a nasty cough going on. Yeah. So anyway,
so leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of this episode. If you dabble with crypto, let us know.
Yeah. How'd that go for you?
Yeah.
And if it went well, tell us your secrets.
Yes, please.
Exactly
Please.
right. And if you'd like to, ship us a little Bitcoin, we will find a way to accept that.
We will.
We'll take a little bit.
We don't need that much. Just 1 or 2.
Yep.
Or 10. That'd be fine. So yes, give us some feedback on this. We wanted to kind of, go sort of navigate around this area because, honestly, because I didn't know a thing about it.
I didn't either. Yeah, it's foreign territory.
Well, it's very, very relevant to the time.
Yes,
so
it is. Absolutely.
Yep. Guys, leave us those ratings and reviews, and we will catch you next week.